Question from the Modern Divorce Support Group, very timely given our December theme of holiday parenting issues. This mom writes in, if my son's father was supposed to send me his travel itinerary per the court order before he takes our son out of state, but he just said, I'm leaving to California on X date and I'll be back on Y date, is that sufficient? The judge said that it needs to state where they will be staying, who will be there, etc. in case of emergency. Then he kept saying that he was going to be traveling between 2 different towns while out of state. Our son is 19 months old, and this is the first time Dad has taken him out of state. I'm not trying to be confrontational. I'm just curious if you guys would accept this or push for more. If not, what do I file in the court? And could he still take him out of state? I am representing myself. Hi, I'm Billy Tarasio, Arizona, family law attorney, owner of Modern Law and Win Without Law School. And there's a lot of different questions here. You know, this person is wondering, is this enough to constitute providing an itinerary? Many parenting plans say that a parent needs to provide notice and an itinerary before travel, but what exactly does that mean? Well, if it's not defined in your actual court order, then it is subject to interpretation. And her next question is, what do I file in court? I'm self-represented. Is he going to be able to leave? So I want to talk about that for a minute. The court is not involved in getting in the business of enforcing your parenting plan on a day-to-day basis. So you really don't have anything to file. This is not something where you can expect that between now and the holiday, a court's going to get involved and tell him he has to give you the appropriate itinerary. So you're in the position that many people are in post-divorce or post-custody, where you've got a court order and you're documenting what is happening, who's following the court order, who isn't, what are the violations, because eventually you may have to go back to court for something that is big enough to go back to court for, but this isn't that. The other thing to keep in mind is that these are all highly individual situations. If you have good parents who have good judgment, who are not going to put your kids in danger, then this provision can be a little bit problematic because it's subject to interpretation. So Dad's position might be, I told you I'm leaving, I told you when I'm coming back, I told you I'm getting there by car or whatever. I don't have to report to you the details of my vacation that I'm allowed to take with our child. And he's not wrong unless your court order specifies what that itinerary is. And then it leaves mom feeling like, well, should I know where they're going? So you kind of want to, before you write this type of provision into your parenting plan, you want to know, what is it that you want? What is it that you personally need in your situation in your parenting plan? So for me, my husband and I traveled a lot with our children before we got divorced. We continue to travel with our children independently. We don't really need the details of where each other is going, and it probably isn't necessary. This mom explained that this is a 19-month-old kiddo. I don't know if you and Dad were married. I don't know if you traveled together. I don't know if his family and his friends are generally safe and good people to be around. So depending on the entirety of the situation, you might want more or require less detail for this itinerary. But the point is, you really have to define what somebody means by a notice and itinerary if that's what you expect.